Hi guys, it's Sierra from Roast Rebels, and today I'm going to be sharing my recipe that I used to place ninth at the World Brewers Cup Championship in Brussels just last week. If you want, you can check out my full routine at the World Coffee Championships YouTube channel, or you can just follow along for a much quicker version here today. So the coffee that I used at the World Championship was actually a pre-dried natural geisha from Mount Totumas in Panama. But this recipe also works with any sort of clean natural coffee that you would like to use, or a clean natural geisha would be my recommendation. But yeah, we can go ahead and explore the Goldilocks recipe. So I'm using 14 grams of coffee to 210 mils of water. And I was using a lot more equipment on the world stage than I am here today. I'm going to be doing a much simpler recipe that you can use and adapt at home or in your cafe. So 14 grams to 210, that is a 1 to 15 coffee to water ratio. So I'll be right back with my kettle and we can start brewing. I go, I go, I go. So we're going to start. So we're going to start with a 50-gram bloom. And the idea behind this recipe was essentially the idea of the Goldilocks zone, which is that sweetness causing compounds are usually extracted around the middle of your total brew time, and also the acidity causing compounds like your organic acids, which are extracted earlier on in the brew time. So I wanted to find a way to maximize the extraction of these two particular groups of compounds, and also to slow down bitter causing compounds at the end. So the way that this recipe is structured is that there are two smaller pours at the beginning and end, and one big heavy pour in the middle. So we're coming up to 40 seconds. And this is now the start of my second bigger pour, pouring up to 150 grams. And essentially, we're just going to let that go through. And on stage, I used two different kettles, one of them with a faster flow and one of them with a slower, gentler flow. The faster kettle I used at 93 degrees Celsius for the first two pours. And then the slower, gentler kettle I used at 84 degrees on the very last pour to kind of really slow down my rate of extraction. And then now we're going to do the final pour. So today I'm kind of mimicking this with just one kettle, but really going as slow as possible in this last pour and pouring up to 210 mils total yield. I'm using the Baby O from OREA. As you can see, it's a small flatbed dripper with a Sybaris booster underneath in order to get all the water going through the bed and not bypassing out the sides. As you can see, there are no ridges in the brewer, and we're really making sure that all the coffee is extracting evenly and consistently through all of the pours. There's also a special server that I'm using today. It's called the Dragonfly server. It looks a little unique, but the idea behind it is you'll have seen in the video that the coffee actually doesn't splash. It just goes very gently down the sides of the dripper to prevent aeration, and also that lid helps to trap our aromas as well. So now I'm just going to lift all of this setup off. So you can see the lid is now completely detached with my dripper. And there you have it. We have the Goldilocks Zone pre-dried natural geisha recipe. What you can do is to go ahead and swirl, enjoy your aromas, give it a good smell. And then what I have here is also the exact cup that I used on stage. It's the Fukiology cups in pink, and they're in the bigger size. And I got my judges to pour all of the coffee in and enjoy from the lip facing them, which is this slightly protruding one. This really spreads the coffee out really evenly across your palate and allows you to really enjoy that coffee. Ceramic also cools the coffee down faster, and I found that my coffee was best enjoyed around 50 to 55 degrees Celsius. So really making sure that the ceramic absorbed a lot of the heat quicker so that judges were able to enjoy it faster. Cheers!